It's the November 28th Public Safety Committee meeting. Thank you, Mr. Sinaraki.
Not a problem.
Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to start with the minutes, approving the minutes of the last meeting.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We're going to move along with previous business right to number 3. Local law number R for 2018. A local law of the County of Albany, New York, prohibiting Albany County government from assisting in the investigation of citizenship or immigration status of any person. Is Mr. Fine here? Legislator Fine here? No? So we're going to table this then. Okay. That'll be tabled. And then we will move on to number 4. The reason we're skipping is we're waiting for Legislator Clennan. He's going to be a little late. And then the proposed local law on number R for 2018 will be tabled as well. Okay. And then that brings us to current business. Sheriff, welcome. Authorization to accept grant funding and enter into an agreement with New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding 2018-2019 interoperability communications grant funding and amending the 2018 Sheriff's Office budget. Sheriff?
Ma'am, this is our statewide interoperable communications grant. This money is money that we're starting to allocate towards the new communications center. I'm basically looking for approval to receive $1,276,449, and we have a 2-year performance period for it.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody had any questions?
I was sold at 1.3 million.
Number 6, amending Resolution 101 for 2018 regarding inmate health care services. Sheriff, you want to explain this?
Yes. As you know, we had a medical issue with the jail with the vendor probably close to 2 years ago at this point. They won the bid, they were low bid, and then we ended up asking them to leave the county.
Right.
We found CFG, Center for Guidance Medical Service, who was, since they've started at the jail, have been tremendous. I think we had a little bit of confusion initially, and we were in a hurry, and we did a 1-year contract. Mm-hmm. And what we're looking to do is amend that and now add the additional years to it. Mm-hmm. I believe it's a 5-year contract in totality with an additional 3 1-year renewals if we want to.
Right.
So that's basically all we're looking to do is finalize it, get the contract done for the next, I guess it would be 4 years, and that's it.
And it's 100% county money, but it'll keep those price checked for all those years.
Yes,
too.
yes, absolutely. Where it's a gamble otherwise. Yes.
Right, right. Anybody have any questions, Mr. Book?
How does this compare, Sheriff, with when you had did it in-house on the health services? Is this a large added expense, or is it equal or?
It's actually a savings, Mr. Bullock. Well, I mean, look at it. It's privatized, so
Right.
you know you're cutting out a lot. But since its inception, the county has saved millions and millions of dollars. I can remember Sheriff Campbell indicating it was like $7 million back then. So by now we're probably double that. And they provide a very good service. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of people don't want to work in the jail. And we were having staffing issues. It was a headache. This company has been great to work with, much better. Probably of the 3 medical providers that I can recall since I've been there, this is by far the best.
Ms. Plasky, did you have a question?
No.
I'm sorry.
Sheriff, quick question. I know that you answered part of it with vendors not wanting to go into jail. I get it. But I was curious to see if Albany County, self-insured, we have our own health plan, or we're so-called self-insured. Wouldn't it be more cost-effective if they were covered under our insurance, the same as our county employees, or would that can't mix apples and oranges? And
I would have to defer that to the county attorney, but I can tell you that we are fully indemnified, so I don't think we would want to get into that insurance part.
Understood. I just figured I'd float it and see if there was a way of saving 15-20 cents or something.
Yeah, no, any accidents or anything that occurs involving medical, we're 100% indemnified. We may still get sued, But I think we got a pretty good agreement.
Okay, so moved from my end.
Any other questions? Okay, Mr. Narachi moves it.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Passes. Number 7 is authorizing the submission of grant application in a contract with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2017 Emergency Management Performance Grant and amending the 2018 Sheriff's budget. Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am, this is our EMPG grant, 117,970. It's a 50% match. What we do is we match it with our salaries for the emergency management personnel, so there's nothing else being expended by the county. It goes towards basically a lot of our education, training, preparedness. We do block parties, we show up at large gatherings and hand out information about go kits, things like that, just to make sure that the general public is prepared for natural or man-made disasters.
Any questions? Have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Ward, second. Mr. Stevens? All those in favor? That's unanimous. Number 8 is authorizing the submission of grant application to the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance regarding reimbursement for the incarceration of criminal aliens.
Ma'am, this is our SCAT money. We usually get around 25 to maybe 30,000. We never know. We're just looking for the permission to apply for it. And again, hopefully we'll get at least 25.
Right.
The money has to be allocated towards the inmates. Has to go right back into it.
Any questions on this? Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Ward, second. Mr. Clay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Number 9, authorizing the acceptance of grant funding in a contract with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2018 Hazardous Materials and Emergency Preparedness Grant and amending the 2018 Sheriff's budget. Sheriff?
Ma'am, this is $5,172. This one has to be for hazmat response for transportation environment, which would be rails or trucks. Normally, what we've been doing is building our cache of foams to get rid of the PFOAs and the PFOS, and something that's more environmentally friendly. We have caches around the county, and this would go to supplement that.
You may have any questions? Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second? Ms. Bill? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? No. And number 10, rescinding resolution 475 for 2018 and authorizing an agreement with Securities Technologies, Inc. regarding telephone services at the correctional facility. Sheriff?
So, a month ago, ma'am, we were here looking to have Securus Technologies as our telephone vendor. What we did to get Securus at that point was we sent out requests for proposals, and we had two companies respond. One of the companies ended up saying that that was improper and that it should be a formal bid. And that's exactly what we did. We said, okay, we'll go back out, and we put out a formal bid. Securus ended up winning it anyway. It's the same exact dollars and cents that we talked about last month, where it's a $1 million up front, which has already been budgeted for 2019, $600 year 2, $600 year 3, $115,000 technology grant, 20% commissions on video and e-messaging, 10% on entertainment, which is extreme. That's kind of doesn't do it justice. It's not entertainment. And they are providing the digital post office at no cost, which will help limit contraband and also save lives from the COs from dangerous contraband being introduced, whether it be fentanyl or something to that effect.
Great.
It'll be done off-site, and then everything is scanned and sent to us, where the other providers, it was costly.
Anybody have any questions on this? It's just correcting a procurement process.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, can I have a minute? Mr. Bullock?
You know,
Second?
the
I'm sorry.
The telephone cost for the inmates, as I remember, is very high. Does this lower that cost?
I don't know if it lowers it. It doesn't increase it.
Okay.
What's changing is the commission on the call, where normally most counties in the state of New York get around a 45 to 47% commission. The commission that Albany County gets is like 84%.
Oh.
They are part of a pact. We are not part of a pact. We are autonomous from the other counties. And based on the commission, I'd say that being autonomous is paying off a little better for Albany County. But yeah, we were almost double the commission. But the cost of the phone call, I do not believe is going up, but I'll verify that for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Sheriff.
All set, Doug?
Yeah.
Can I have a motion?
There you
Ms.
go.
Bello, second, Ms. Ward. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
And Judge Laflamme, you want to join us? We kept yours to the end.
Thank you. Much appreciated, Madam Chair. Apologize, I got stuck in accident traffic
Yeah,
on
you can
90.
do that now, you're a judge, you know?
I know, they didn't let me through.
We're being taped, right? Number 1, local law number G. Can we do letter G? For
I always wondered that too.
2018? Yeah. The local law of the County of Albany, New York, to limit the length of time that canines may be restrained outdoors to no more than 2 hours in any continuous 12-hour period. Now, this was tabled in law, correct?
Yes, we had public hearing on this about a month ago. I thought there were many questions raised and concerns raised. I thought some were valid, so I want to hold on this and do some more work on it.
So we'll table that. And number 2 is yours also?
Yes.
Local law number H for 2018, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, to protect canines from exposure in dangerously hot or cold vehicles. And this went out of law, I understand.
Right. There were also comments on that at the same public hearing, and frankly, I thought they were all excellent and valuable, and I adopted them all into a new version of local law. So the changes are on here, but the highlights being we added veterinarian and veterinarian technician to the folks who can act to help animals in distress, and eliminated the private citizen ability to do
You
that.
did take the private citizen completely out of it?
Completely out.
Okay, that was my big concern, good.
Yeah, I thought there were really legitimate concerns about
Yeah,
that.
there were a lot of things that came up about that. Right. Yeah. Okay, I assume you wanted to go, Tony, you have a question?
So how does E regard that then? Take the private citizen after making reasonable efforts to locate a motor vehicle's owner, a person not authorized under.
That's out.
Two E and F are out, so
Okay,
there kind of
wow.
is a huge bracket there.
Okay.
But you added veterinarian and
Veterinarian technician.
meat technician.
Brian, what's really different between this and Buster's Law? Who's covered under Buster's Law as far as removing animals?
I'm not sure.
Was Buster's Law for injured animals?
I don't, was there protections for,
I thought so too.
353D of Ag and Markets Law.
Yeah. Yeah, so this would cover animals really in imminent danger in a
yeah, I just
particularly hot or cold car.
was curious if we're like double laws, basically.
Well, I agreed. I thought Buster's was more about animal abuse, in particular physical abuse, but
It's animal cruelty.
yeah. I think it's a more particular one just on the hot and cold vehicle situation. And I think, you know, a lot of I'll bore you with the history, I guess, but the state had preempted localities from any animal protection legislation up till about 3 years ago. And back until then, Ag and Market did all the enforcement, and they frankly had virtually no people to actually do the enforcement. So there was a state law which kind of took away that preemption and allowed localities to do things like this. So actually, Mr. Demalowitz and I did the standards for pet stores and pet dealers and breeders after that end of the state power went through. So I think this is similar to that. You know, based on the state giving up the preemption on that, now the localities can go beyond and can do some slightly different things than the state does, and I think that's what we're trying to accomplish here. But I don't think Buster's deals with enclosures, enclosures.
Is there Ag and Markets Law that does? That's, I guess, Tim, do you know? Is there anything out there? Is there?
Yeah, 353D of Ag and Markets Law deals with confinement of companion animals in vehicles, extreme temperatures.
Does it permit anyone to open car?
No, we discussed that.
You might not take that, so.
Yes, but just cops and peace officers, so.
So yeah, based on the end of the preemption, we can go beyond any of that. And frankly, if it's a state law, there tends to be a preference for Ag and Markets or whoever was enforcing to do it. If we have our own county law, our own sheriff can do it. And frankly, our sheriff has been a leader in animal protection. I'm happy to give him another tool in this fight.
Is there any other, I know that it went out without a recommendation, and law?
I thought it was positive.
It was positive.
It was? Okay, I guess I'm getting bun scoop here.
Please add me on as a sponsor if the judge allows, and I make a motion to move it out.
The favorable recommendation?
Favorable recommendation.
That's fine. Do I have a second for that? Mr. Bullock? Nice, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you again, Madam Chair.
Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. All those in favor?